Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I thought I would do a book haul. I almost have 50 books here, so I'm not going to go through the synopsis, but I'll tell you whether it's fantasy, contemporary, or not the first book in a series. So this is Queen of Air and Darkness from Cassandra Clare, The Dark Artifices. This is the third book in the series, or in the trilogy, so it's the end, and I'm about halfway through. And when you take the dust cover off, I love that you have all the characters. Love that. Love it. So I'm halfway through this one. I'm reading it right now. Don't think I'll have it done in January, but because today's January 31st, so. But I'm making a good progress in that. Now the next book is also the last in a series. This is a 7-book series though, and this is Kingdom of Ash. It's a book in the Throne of Glass series, and this is the special edition that Indigo had, and I love the end papers. Again, the characters, and that I waited till it went on sale too. And the Queen of Air and Darkness too, that one has, I forgot to mention that this one has art throughout. So I love it. And this one too, I just kept stalking the site, and I waited until the exclusive one went on sale. So those are 2 ends of series. Kingdom of Ash, I've already read it. So that's 2 for 2, you know, reading it. So that's pretty good. The rest, not so good. So this is a bunch of books that I got at Book Outlet lately. Their books that they're getting is like books that haven't been out for a long time, so I love that. So this is from Emery Lord, The Names They Gave Us. I think it's about a girl and her mom is sick with cancer and she ends up going to a summer camp that's not theirs. Heard it's really good. This is Heretics Anonymous by Katie Henry. I don't know too much about this. I just know that Chelsea from Chelsea Doling, I think, she said that she really loved this book. So I think it is contemporary because she loves contemporary. And again, from Chelsea, she loves Katrina Leno. So this book was super cheap, again, at Book Outlet. So this is The Lost and Found, again, a contemporary. Then Invisible Ghost by Robin Schneider. And this is about, I think, a girl and her twin brother who passed away, but she can still see him as a ghost. So, and this is an older series. I had the rest of the series, but I didn't have this. Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. So it's a retelling of Wizard of Oz, Dorothy. Except in this one, I think Dorothy's evil. Like I said, I had all the other books, but they never had the first one on Book Outlet, and then they got it. This is Contagion by Erin Bowman. This is like something to do with a disease or something, and I think it's kind of a little scary, so I hope I can read it. This again was on Book Outlet, and it's the 3rd book in the the 1,000 Floor series, and this is a 3rd book. So, and it's a signed copy. So yay. And again, I got it at Book Outlet. This is the 2nd book in a series. It's the Effigies series, which the first one was, I can't remember. Oh, Fate of the Flames. So I have the first book. I haven't read it yet, but I want to wait till the series done. I think this is a trilogy, so I always wait till the trilogy's done. This is a fantasy, not too sure what it's about, but it's The Trader's Rune by Erin Beatty. And this is also, I think it's like a companion series. This is Haunting the Deep. I do have How to Hang a Witch, and that's by Adriana Mather. So it was on Book Outlet, so I got it for super cheap. This is also the 2nd book in a series. It's Whisper of the Tide by Sarah Tolsker. And the first book was Song of the Current, which I have. So like I said, I got a ton of books that were the second book or the third book in a series for super cheap. This is The Book of Dusk by Philip Pullman. It's sort of a continuing story or another story in that world that follows the Golden Compass, which I have the Golden Compass series on my Kindle. So I'll read that first and then I'll read this. Oh, this says first edition includes a special full color edition. I don't know what that means. You'd think it would have something special in it, but it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what that means. But no idea. Oh, full color illustration. This is what they mean. Okay. Not that big of a deal. Okay, so the next one is, this was supposed to be a duology. And so I've already read Renegade, and then I heard that this is only the second book. Now it's a trilogy. So I'm not going to read this one yet, because if this ends on a cliffhanger and then I have to wait a year, I'm not going to be happy. But this is by Marissa Meyer. So I have Arch Enemies. I'm going to figure out when the third one is going to come out, and then I'll read it when the third one is closest to being released. This is another book by Katrina Leno, Everything All at Once. It is a contemporary, again, Chelsea from Chelsea Doyling. Recommended that one. And this is the second book in the series. The first one was Everless by Sarah Holland. This is Evermore, fantasy story. This I've seen talked about on BookTube quite a bit. The Smell of Other People's Houses, and it's just a short book. It's like 200 pages, 230 pages. So it was on Book Outlet. Thought I would give it a try. This is The Song of the Dead. It's the second book in the Reign of the Fallen series by Sarah Glenn Marsh. So fantasy story. This is also a fantasy story, and this too was supposed to be a duology. Now it's going to be a trilogy, so I'm not going to start reading now, but it's The Cruel Prince and by Holly Black. So now there's going to be a third book next, probably January or something like that. So I'll wait. This is the start of a new fantasy series, Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa, and I heard really good things about it. So I got it. This is the fourth novel in the Miss Peregrine's series, and it's called A Map of Days by Ransom Riggs. I have the first three books, so I thought I'd get that. That one I got at Costco. This is a new series by Anna Marie McLemore, and it's Blanca and Roja. Another fantasy series. This one is the second book in a huge series. They compare it to Harry Potter because I think it's like magical, middle grade, and it's got like a school setting. So this is Wondersmith by Jessica Townsend. So I'm not going to start reading those because there's supposed to be 7 books. Now I got this one. I didn't realize it was this edition, but that's okay. It was only like $3 or $4 from Book Outlet again. Truly Madly Guilty by Leanne Moriarty. Love her books. And this was Starry Eyes by Jen Bennett. This is a contemporary about a camping trip. So wanted to get that. Book Outlet again. This was from Book Outlet. Again, a signed copy. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I think this has to do... Actually, I'm not really sure. Mental health, I think. And so for, a few dollars at Book Outlet, I thought I'd get it. This, Books and Lala talked about it. It's Midnight at the Electric by Jody Lynn Anderson. I think it has some magical realism maybe in it. I'm not really sure, but I trust her judgment. Every book that I've read that she said she loved, I love too. So, And this is from Twinkle with Love by Sandhya Menon. And I loved her first book, When Dipal Met Rishi. So I got this one again, book outlet, super cheap. Then the next one is an author that I want to get into this year. She writes historical fiction, which I'm reading her first book in February. I'm going to read The Nightingale in February. And this is Kristen Hanna, Firefly Lane, historical fiction. Can't wait. This is the first book in the Wayward Children series, I believe. It's Every Heart a Doorway. I had the second book, but this came up on Book Outlet. See here, Canada, $24.99. There's no way. Like, it was still like $7.99, but I'd rather pay $7.99 than $24.99 for a little book like that. Now, next, let me move some of these away. Like I said, I'm going through them quite quickly because I quickly counted, and I counted 48 books, so quite a few. So the next one is by Siobhan Vivian, Stay Sweet, and it's about an ice cream stand, and it's a contemporary. And this is by Libba Bray, Before the Devil Breaks You. It's The Diviners, which is kind of a scary fantasy book, I guess, or maybe it's urban fantasy, I'm not quite sure. But I have the first two books, so this one came up on Book Outlet. A lot of these books I got on Book Outlet because they were super cheap. Now these I bought new. This is by Amy Coffin and Megan Spooner, and it's called Unearth. I'm going to collect these in the paperback because they're cheaper. The second one just became available, but I have all the series that I want to read this year, so this next year I'll buy the paperback version. This is something about the earth is dying and they get help from aliens. This is Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Skye. Don't know too much about it, just heard a few people talk about it, and it is fantasy, and I really love fantasy. And this is The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. And again, a ton of people are talking about it, so fantasy, needed to get it. This one I heard Sarah Swan from Sarah's Nightstand, or Sarah Swan for Scrapbooking. The Hearts We Sold, Emily Lloyd Jones. You think I could say that name since it's my name. She talked about this and said how much she loved it, so got that. This is a novella in the Three Dark Crown series, so I got that. It was again on Book Outlet, got it for super cheap. This is a contemporary, The Way You Make Me Feel by Maureen Gu. Got that. This again, Book Outlet, The Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. I love that they have all these fairly new series on Book Outlet now. Now this one, Books and Lala talked about it. They're Mighty Things. She loved it. It's Heather Cow. Oh, I can't say that name, so I'll just bring it up. And I think that has to do with maybe superheroes? I'm not sure. This one here, everybody's been talking about it this year. This is a new release by Brandon Sanderson, Skyward. So I got it. Now this one, I've been eyeing this for a long time, and I finally got the first volume. It's an epic fantasy. It's adult, The Shadow of What Was Lost by James Islington. The third one just came out, so I thought I'd start slowly collecting them. Now another one by Katrina Leno, Summer of Salt. And again, Chelsea from Chelsea Dorling talks about this book. It was her favorite book of 2018. And it's a pretty short contemporary. So this one is the final book in the Queen of Heart trilogy. Again, all these were from Book Outlet. Not that one, but these again from Book Outlet. So it's the end of the trilogy. This is a new series, again, trilogy, and it's one of those library binding, like it has no dust jacket. It's printed on the cover. That's pretty cool. So it's Otherworld by James Siegel and Kirsten Miller. And the second book just came in. I think it's about gaming or something. But I wanted to get that series. So when it came out on Book Outlet, I got it. Now this last two is, oh no, I have more. This one here, Books and Lala, again, talked about it. The Final Six, Alexandra Monier. And again, Book Outlet. And I think this has sci-fi, I think, because she said she was surprised that she liked it as much. Now this one, a lot of people talk about it as one of their favorites. It's Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. Again, book outlet. This one I purchased new. It's Girls of Paper and Fire, Natasha Nyang. And this, I know it's fantasy, but I don't know too much about it. But a lot of people talked about how they liked it. This one, I saw a few people calling this. This was also from Book Outlet, from Carolyn Mackler, The Earth, My Butt, and Other Big Round Things. So I thought I'd get it because Book Outlet, super cheap. And this one I got on Book Outlet too, and it's a newer series. The second book just came out. It's a fantasy adult series, I believe. The City of Brass, S.A. Chakraborty. So, like I said, a lot of people are talking about this, so I got that. And then I saw this book on Book Outlet, and I'm really loving Christina Lauren, which is 2 authors. And this is a series, but I think it's one that you don't have to read one after the other. I think it just changes character from book to book. And this one is beautiful. Now, the last thing I want to show you is probably my favorite thing. I mean, it's a book, but it's not a book that you read. I got this on Book Outlet, and it's called Bullet It List for Living. A notebook for charting your tasks, hopes, and dreams. And it's all done up for you. Isn't that just cool? Now, I don't think I'll be writing in it. I think I'm going to use it as inspiration for my own bullet journal. I just think it's so cool. I want to keep it like this so I can look in it and look at ideas for bullet journal. Maybe I'll use it. I don't know. I just love it so much. I don't want to mark it all up. So I really love that. Look here at the beginning. Books! Yay! Little bookshelf. So cute. So I got this on Book Outlet too. Now that's it. That's my pretty large book haul. And that was probably November, December, and January. So I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.